It is Sunday morning, ain't it? I think somebody forgot to send a memo out because half our folks ain't here. Y'all help me reach out to these folks. Y'all, I try to. We've got several that's, y'all know about Debbie. Debbie's found a mass in her lower left abdomen. She'll be going to Birmingham this week for find out a little more. Aaron's with Lily today, Aaron and Judy. Lily's being rebaptized up there in Bonifay. Don't know about much of anybody else, but be in prayer for them. Help us to reach out to these folks. Sometimes they hide from me. They don't answer the call when I call or whatever. So might do some good when some of y'all call them and reach out to them. Before we get started this morning, Brother Michael's got something he wants to share.
Well, that's not one of my kinfolk, and I'm not being sacrilegious. What do you think about that dude?
I like it.
I know you would. Does it look like any of my kinfolk? Tommy, you accept it. You like a brother? This is one of the what, Dennis?
Grays.
This is one of the grays. And there's a lot of popularity going around, a lot of stuff about aliens, but you know, you can laugh at it if you want to, but my grandmama and Tommy's great-grandma, a long time ago said, Michael, they're going to be signs and wonders, and they're going to increase and intensify as we get closer to the Lord's coming. Dennis, which one of these is the actual video? There. The reason that I was showing you that was because we like to sing here, this world is not my home, I'm just passing through. That means then, we're an alien here in this world, are we not? Apparently it's not our place. We're just about like one of those graves. Tommy, were you an RA? I was never good enough to be one. I got dismissed from the Royal Ambassador. That's bad, isn't it? Eddie, were you an RA? Did you have RAs, Johnathan?
No, we didn't.
Royal Ambassador?
We didn't have.
What's an ambassador?
Someone who represents.
Someone else, or a messenger, right? Yes. The royal ambassadors were being trained up to be missionaries, to be ambassadors for Christ. I didn't really get kicked out of the ambassadors, I just didn't qualify. Their theme song was this one. Now this particular song is 114 years old. Does that make it not worthwhile?
I am a stranger here within a foreign land. My home is far away upon a golden strand. Ambassador to be, a friend beyond the sea. I'm here on business for my king.
Are we here on business for the king today? Apparently so, from the way things are happening. Fame means they'd be happy to do it.
This is the King's command that all men everywhere repent and turn away from sin's instead, that all who will obey with him shall reign forever.
Amen forever.
Business for my King.
That's your business, isn't it, John?
Message that I bring, a message angels
They would be happy to sing it.
sing.
What's got
For
you?
he
You heard about something.
thus said my Lord and King, for be reconciled to God. My hope is bright.
Sharon's Rosie plane is right there on the coast of the Mediterranean. The beautiful rose of Sharon grows there.
Throughout his vast domain, my sovereign bids me tell how mortals there may dwell, and that's my business for my queen.
And that's all I hope was. Whoa! I'm sorry about that. Did not mean to scare anybody. Oh goodness, I did not mean to.
Well, just a few announcements this morning. Evening worship this evening, 6 o'clock.
Sorry.
Mo meeting tomorrow evening, 6 o'clock. And the prayer meeting, 6 o'clock on Wednesday. We're working in a study called I Am a Church Member. And some of our duties or responsibilities, so to say, as church members, are some of our it really covers more of our misconceptions of what being a church member really is. Really good study so far. We're learning a lot from the book, learning a lot from each other. Next Sunday, the 29th, is our 5th Sunday singing. It'll be at First Baptist of Vernon, right down the road here. They'll start serving supper at 5 o'clock, and then the singing and worship at 6 o'clock. So that's where a group of churches come together, and we all worship on the 5th Sunday together at a different church every Sunday. Hope you'll come and be a part of that. Monday the 30th, we will not have, that's Memorial Day weekend, we will not have a Mo meeting that night. So if you show up, you'll be by yourself. Saturday, June the 4th, the Baptist women will meet 9:30 at the Sewing House. If you're interested in coming and you don't know where the Sewing House is, just get with myself, Gloria, Tennille, Michael, anybody, just about everybody here can tell you. Vacation Bible School will be June the 8th through 11th from 6 to 8:30. Help us get the word out. Help us tell folks about it. We would love to see a bunch of kids here. So, Saturday they'll be going 2 o'clock. They'll be going to Aaron's house and having a little pool party over there. Youth camp at Camp Anderson, July 4th through the 8th. Need to have the rest of our fees in by next Sunday so the church can get the check out the following week. Also, if you have not registered your child, and I think there's only one left that hasn't registered, we need to get them registered. We have one more spot for somebody 12 and up. If you're interested in that spot, let us know. We've done put a deposit on it, so we'd love to have somebody go in that spot. So if you know somebody, let me know. October 7th, 8th, and 9th, we will be having revival here. Brother Craig Franklin. A lot of y'all got to meet Craig Franklin last year. He is probably one of the best Baptist ministers I have heard in a long time when it comes to revival type preachers. He's young, he's probably around my age, but the boy can preach. I mean, really excited about him being here. Just a great guy. He loves the Lord. Does a lot of ministry over in Honduras, so the ladies send dresses with him. Make plans to be here. I think it's going to be an awesome time. Invite people, try to bring people with you. So that'll be October 7th, 8th, and 9th, and we'll give you more details as me and Craig get more of them hashed out as far as times and everything like that. So, any other announcements this morning?
About the 5th Sunday service, we saw James Odie Friday night, and he said that the pastor at First Baptist said that they would have the meat covered, but if we would please bring vegetables, because they've only got about maybe 5 participating.
Okay. All right, y'all heard that. If we can bring a side to help First Baptist out, they've got the meat. They just need some help with the sides. So. And then also, if you want to be on the church's email list, there is a sign-up sheet in the foyer. Just put your email on there, and Dennis will get you on the email list. Any other announcements?
Brother Johnathan, can't remember what day it was that Miss Knight came and picked up. Right? Okay. Angie Knight came and picked up the items that she's going to items to be used, which is just a blessing to us, some people of great need. But, we love being a part of that ministry and, to have Christ, our God, glorified and for people who are willing to serve. We have a part of that ministry, and that means a lot to me.
Great example as well. They're with the Assemblies of God. They're missionaries with the Assemblies of God. And it's a great example of how you can reach outside your denomination to further the cause of Christ. You know, Baptists can work with Assemblies. We can all work together because when it comes at the end of the day, it all comes down to Jesus. And that's what it's all about, is Jesus. Any other announcement?
Got me started, Pete. While we're on the subject, we had a lady came from Poplar Springs Baptist Church, and she has a sewing ministry too, but it's just her and another woman and her granddaughter. And so she came and was bolstered by us to see what we were doing, and she was going home to see if she couldn't get her ladies more organized in. And we really enjoyed having her with us. Two, I have sent out letters to all the churches in our association. That's how come this lady from Poplar Springs knew about it. But I sent out letters to all the churches in our association, plus all of the churches here in Vernon. That's a lot of letters that went out, let me tell you, about 30 of them. But I invited them to come and sew with us. I invited them to come and see, come and pray with us, you know, anything that they could do to help us. And we've gotten some bags and boxes of stuff from people who are willing to help out. And it's just a great blessing.
I actually got a call from the pastor of Unity the other day asking about that letter, so he was going to announce it, I believe, today.
Oh, okay.
And see, Larry?
I would just like to thank everybody in the church for, while I've been feeling bad and stuff, for your calls. And even if I didn't get to talk to you, the idea of you calling and knowing that someone cared. And what humbled me the most, though, was when I went into the hospital for the operation, is for people to show up to sit there with me. I mean, that humbled me because I figured that's my job to do for you. And when the role gets reversed and you see how people do, and the most important thing is I thank each and every one of you for the prayers that were sent up, not only from here, but from everywhere. And I just appreciate everything.
Michael even offered a doctor to help cover him. So, yeah, he didn't know what to think. He looked at him, he thought for a minute, he said, too many cooks make for a bad soup. That's what being a church family is all about. We should be encouraging each other. We should be praying for each other, checking on each other, lifting each other up, not gossiping about each other like you see in so many churches, beating each other down and all that. We don't need none of that junk here. We want to lift each other up. We want to be an encouragement to each other. We want to love each other. Love ought to be our motivation. I'll wait to preach for a little bit. Any prayer requests this morning?
My father, my brother and his family, and my Uncle Jim.
Keep
And
Debbie.
Steve and Kathy Smith.
Remember Debbie. She gets
Debbie.
everything.
Your son Ethan.
My brother-in-law Larry asked for prayer for him and his wife.
Amen.
And also, there's a Johnny Gibbons under the cancer. What's her name?
Carolyn? No, Angie.
Angie Knight requested prayer for him, he's a dear friend.
Ethan.
Oh, Brother Lindsay.
Brother Lindsay. Most of y'all know Brother Lindsay, my old pastor. He's kind of pitiful. I mean, he's got cancer. He's in the beginning stages of Alzheimer's, and he's got heart problems. So we're going to visit with him for a little bit today. Mama Jean, we got it. Any other prayer requests, Frank?
I got a prayer of praise.
Go
Cousin
ahead.
called me the other day, wanted to know Callus got cancer and all, real bad. She went to the doctor the other day, and she's cancer free.
Wow.
Amen. Any other?
A relative of ours, Doug Mitchell, the one that had the liver transplant, he spent the last he's getting killed on today. So, praise God for that. Keep him in your prayers, because, you know, his body could reject that liver at any moment.
Anybody else?
Yes, let's continue to keep, Gwendolyn Faulkner in our prayers. She got some news the other day that they're gonna go ahead and do the operation on her. And then they're gonna send her, Jan says there's nothing else they can really do for her. So they're transferring her to, Houston.
Anyone else? I want to mention something while we're on the subject of prayer this morning. I want to mention, and some of y'all know how I feel and how I believe about this. The anointing with oil. I very much believe in the anointing with oil. I believe what it says in James chapter 5, I believe it is. Is there any sick amongst you? Let him call on the elders of the church. Now, I take that literally. I don't go around slapping oil on people just to be slapping oil on people. If you want to be anointed with oil, come ask one of us, and we will anoint you. But you've got to ask. I mean, you can say you're sick, but I don't know. You might not want to anoint him with oil. You need to come ask, and we will anoint you with oil. I just want to make that clear. I know some Baptist preachers don't, for some reason whatsoever, don't believe in the anointing of oil. I believe in it. I just don't believe in running around slapping it on people's heads just to be doing it. So,
You heard one of them.
I get your nub drawn.
yeah. Yeah. So, I'm just putting that out there. Any other prayer requests? If not, Sister Gloria, would you open us in prayer this morning? Sure.